everyone, my name is Christine Du. Welcome back to my channel. Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about my sorority recruitment experience. If you guys didn't know, I actually just graduated this past May from UCF, the University of Central Florida, up in Orlando. So it's still kind of fairly fresh in my mind, I would say. I'm going to be showing you like what you should do with your hair, makeup, what to wear, and kind of just like little tips and tricks and kind of just like my own experience and like how I ended up choosing the sorority that I was in. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So if you guys clicked on this video, obviously you are going through recruitment or thinking about going through recruitment. And if there's one thing that I can tell you, if you're still kind of like on the edge, I would say honestly just go ahead and do it just for the experience. Even if you end up like not wanting to join the sorority at the end of the day, at least you tried, you know, like you're young and you know, you only live once and you only do college once, so I honestly feel like you should just do everything that you can within that time frame, you know. And moving forward, I actually went through sorority recruitment by myself. All my best friends are still back down in South Florida. I moved to Orlando pretty much alone and I was like super nervous about doing it by myself, and I'm honestly so glad that I did. It kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I went into sorority recruitment kind of blind, not really knowing like what everything was and what I was getting myself into. I'm really glad that it kind of like pushed me to do something that I didn't think I was gonna do. So how it worked at my school was that recruitment was a week-long process, which I'm pretty sure it's like that for a majority of you guys as well. Going into recruitment, you're gonna get a Rogama, who is kind of like a person that is non-biased. That's from one of the chapters. It's gonna help guide you throughout the week. And I like loved my Rogama. Like she was so unbiased. I like had no idea which chapter she was in, and she would help me. Every day she would ask me like, oh, like which chapter do you like the best? Make sure to always have an open mind. I know people tell you that, but like honestly, make sure you have an open mind, because if you're going into it like, oh, like I have friends in this sorority and that sorority, blah blah blah, like you're gonna like already kind of like in your head think like, oh, I don't like this one, I like this one. But like honestly, go into it with an open mind, because even though like your best friend might be in this sorority, or if you're going through rush with a friend and they like this sorority and you like this one, like don't just pick a sorority because like your friend's in it, because at the end of the day you're still gonna be friends with this person. Like you guys still hang out. People hang out with different sororities all the time. Like it's not like, oh, you're only allowed to hang out with this one. Like don't let that kind of change your mind at all. Another thing why I kind of did like going through recruitment alone is because I kind of got to make up my own mind. I didn't have anybody influencing me, you know? Obviously going through recruitment by yourself is nerve-wracking, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you are going through recruitment with friends, I don't think you're gonna end up being in the same friend group unless like your last names are like literally right next to each other or something like that. I don't know how it works in a lot of the other sororities, but I think that's the thing that they try to do. They try to like split friend groups apart because they don't want you guys to like talk and like influence each other's decisions. They want you to make up your own mind. And then the first 2 days was kind of just getting to meet every single chapter, and there was 12 chapters at my school. So the first day you went to 6 and the second day you went to 6, and this day was kind of just like very basic. Like you don't have that much time in each chapter, and I like going into what you would wear and everything. At UCF, I remember that they made us wear these terrible t-shirts. They're just like these big t-shirts that just said like UCF Panhellenic on it, and I just had to like add your own style to it. Like I wear like these cute little shorts, some cute sandals, and you kind of just have to make yourself stand out kind of according to your style. So this is kind of what I did for like the first and second day. It was just like very basic. Obviously, it was super hot outside. I'm pretty sure for a lot of you guys as well during recruitment that it is going to be outside, because obviously you're going from house to house to house. Maybe some that don't have houses, they do it at like the student union or something like that, so that's a little bit better because you have to be in AC. But for me, I had to walk from house to house and I literally was sweating. I felt like my makeup was melting off of my face. If you live in Florida like I do, it's so humid and hot outside that like my hair is naturally straight like this, but I love to wear it when it's like wavy, and that's what I did. And I remember one of the days I wore it like curly wavy, and literally like hours into it my hair was like pinned straight because it was just so hot and humid that my hair just dropped straight. So something that I would recommend is that if you do have like straight hair, you do have like curly hair, and it's like humid where you live, just go ahead and rock your natural hair and just like do the best of your abilities. Like obviously these girls understand like every sorority girl that's kind of like recruiting you has been through this process and has been in your shoes before. So like, don't even be scared. Like, I remember going into one of the houses, I was like, oh my god, like I feel like I smell so bad, I'm like sweating, it's so hot outside. They totally understand, so that's definitely a good thing about it. Obviously, like, a tip that I would tell you guys is go ahead and just be yourself. Like, I know a lot of people are going to say this to you, but yeah, so you don't want to like put up a front and these girls like you for the person that you're pretending to be kind of thing, and then end up hating it because you feel like all these girls don't align with like your interests and like your personality, you know? As far as makeup goes, I would probably just do a really cute, like kind of like more simple look for the first and second days. Like, I just kind of did like a basic like smoky eye like this. Make sure to like bring your makeup with you, because if you are going to be like sweating, it's going to be a really long day, so you're going to want to like touch up your makeup before you go into the houses and everything. So yeah, I would probably recommend that. Moving on to day 3, which is philanthropy day. This day you actually didn't have to wear like those ugly big t-shirts. You kind of got to wear like cute rompers, cute dresses, still kind of like cute but casual. So like, this is what I did. I wore like this really cute romper with these sandals. Obviously this was back in 2015. Like, don't judge me for my style. I know like styles are always completely changing. So that's kind of like what I did for that day. And this is probably like one of my favorite days because I got to see a little glimpse of what the chapter does, kind of like helping these foundations. Like, each chapter has a different foundation that they help, and it's so amazing like seeing like these girls come together to help like such a big cause. So for this day, like obviously like I still like had my hair curled. This was the day that my hair like fell because I felt like it was just so long. Like, I had like the curly hair, like you can see like in that picture that I showed you, and by the end of the day it was literally like pin straight. It was just terrible. Another tip that I would probably recommend, I know like some girl told me this during recruitment, she's like, you know what, like bring an umbrella, like especially in Florida, like it's so bipolar, like you never know when it's gonna rain. But this girl told me, she's like, honestly, like don't even care what people think about you, like hold an umbrella while you're walking from house to house when it's sunny, because it's gonna help you so much. And I literally did that and I was like, wow, like this is awesome. Like, I wish I would have done this the first day. Alright, so moving on to the 4th day. So this is video day. This is the day where you kind of get to be a little bit more dressy. You get to wear like heels and stuff. So like I did like a dress and heels. Like I don't think I have a picture. I didn't take a picture. I literally wore this dress like once for that day. This day you're wearing heels, or like I wore heels. I also brought sandals because I could not walk around in heels from house to house. Like, I literally would be dying. So I did that. And this day, obviously, you get to talk to the girls a little bit longer. And that kind of how it goes. Like, the first couple days, it's like very minimal conversations. Like, oh, like, what's your major? Like, where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. And then, like, the more that the week goes on, like, you're kind of, like, building relationships with these girls. And you're going to be getting to talk to them for a lot longer and kind of seeing how they are as a person, and kind of vice versa. So this is video day, and I remember like watching the videos. I'm like, oh my god, like these girls are all so pretty, like this is crazy, like I could totally see myself being in these videos. Like, I love that kind of stuff. And don't get intimidated by that, because obviously like the girls are literally like, they're bums like half of the time, which is so funny. But it's so true. Once you're actually like in this area, you're like, oh my god, like yeah, nobody like has their hair and makeup done like 100% of the time, you know? After video day, this is kind of like where your biggest decision is, because you kind of get to pick the couple houses that you get to pref in, which is preference night, which is the next day. So you get to pick, for when I did it, we had to pick 3, but obviously like I only liked 2 of the houses like the most. So that part wasn't hard to me, because by the end of the week I like knew which houses that I really liked. And obviously it's like a mutual decision, so if you like the house and they like you back, like that's the houses that you go to the next day. So it wasn't that hard for me to pick like my top going into preference night, but pref night was probably one of the hardest like days, because it's your biggest decision making. So this day you're wearing like a cute dress. Like, I just literally did like this black dress with like heels. And this day is like a little bit later because they call it like preference night. So you get to go to like all the houses, and you literally get to talk to these girls for like an hour long. So I was like completely torn between these 2 houses at the beginning of the day, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I really hope that this night makes a difference for me. So I went to one of the houses first, and I love the girl that prepped me. She was a senior. I met her the day before, and she's like the sweetest girl, and I was like, wow, like I love this girl, and I like literally don't know what to do. Like, when I left that house, I was like, oh no, like I really don't know what to do. And so my last house of the day was actually the house I ended up running home to. I was picked up at the door by this girl and I had never met her the entire week, which is weird because during pref night I thought that somebody that you met during the week was supposed to pref you. This girl picked me up at the door and I had no idea who she was. I hadn't met her the whole week, and so she like brings me to this table and we were talking, and it's like crazy. I feel like we clicked right off the bat and I was like, oh, wow, like this is crazy. And then we just kept on talking and talking, and I felt like conversation flowed so easily. And it's like so crazy that it ended up like, oh, like we were literally born in the same hospital in California. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, I've never met this girl my entire life, and like we had so much in common that I felt like she was like the older version of me. So I was just like, like this could be like my big sister, which is funny later on. But yeah, so I was like, wow, like this girl could actually like be my big sister. And so like conversation went on, and like she asked me, she's like, oh, like, so like, what do you know, like, where do you want to go? And I told her, I was like, I'm really torn between like this house and the house that I just went to. And then we kept on talking. She kind of told me like her experience, and it was funny because she was stuck between the same two houses that I was. And she kind of told me her experience about like, she said the house, she like loved the other house, but with this house in particular, every single day that she went in, she felt like she was so welcome. Like everybody remembered her from the day before. And she kind of just made me think, I was like, wow, like that's exactly how I feel. Like every single day that I came in, like a girl that I met the day before would literally say hi to me, like she remembered me. And it just like made me feel special. I was like, wow, like this is so cool. Like I feel like I can actually be friends with like all these girls, you know? So that's kind of like where I made my decision. She kind of just made me think about my whole week, and by the end of it, like I was like crying. I was like, oh my god, like it was like tears of joy. I was like, oh my god, like I think I know where I want to go. Like I want to come here the next day. And so we left prep night, and your Rogue Gamma, who I love my Rogue Gamma, I still have her on Instagram and everything. She was like talking to everybody, and she was like asking me, she was like, so do you know where you want to go? I was like, yeah, I think I do. And I like started freaking crying again. And it was just, I don't know why I was crying. I feel like when I'm like overjoyed with things, like that's what happens. So I started crying. I was telling her, I was like, yeah, like I know where I want to go. So like by the end of the day, like I put in my top choice of a house, and then next day was bid day. So it was like so nerve-wracking. I remember like sitting in like my little Rogue Gamma group, and she like, our Rogue Gamma handed us like our envelopes of our bid card, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, what if I didn't get my top choice? Like I don't know what to do. Like I still love my second choice, but like obviously you always want your first one, which don't get me wrong, like some girls did get their second choice and they ended up loving the house that they went to. So like always going into everything with an open mind. That's definitely another tip that I would tell you guys. So we were sitting there in our Rogue Gamma group, and we were like all waiting to open our cards at once. Actually, I have like a video that I want to show you guys. This is like when they were calling every single chapter in, and I was like, remember getting so excited about it. So this is the video. I remember getting so excited when they called the name. So we were sitting there, and I literally opened my bid card. I was like, oh my god, like this is my top choice. Like I was so excited, and we got to literally run home. Like we got to run from the student union all the way to the houses. So we got to do that. I swear I was like one of the first ones there. Like I feel like there's another video. There's like a video of me like literally being like the second one there, and I ran there and I couldn't find like my girl. It's just like crazy. So that's kind of like my story of how my recruitment week went, and I'm honestly so happy that I did that. Like, the exciting things to me was obviously like getting my bag, getting my little, I adopted a little, I have a G little, and my little and my G little are about to go into like recruitment, and then my family's gonna keep growing and have a GG little, and it just keeps going on, and it's honestly, it's so amazing, and I don't regret the process at all. So if you guys are still on the edge about it, I honestly recommend you just go ahead and do it, just for the experience. If you guys would like to see like kind of like a part 2 of this video of how everything went when I was in the sorority, like the process of getting big, a little, and everything like that, let me know down in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll definitely be down to do something like that. But like I said, if you do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below, or kind of like anything that you'd like to see from me, also leave it down there. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Good luck with recruitment, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.